McDowell County school families. I would like to talk to you just a little bit about the kindergarten standard KOA.3. This involves decomposition of numbers. In the standard, students develop an understanding of part, whole, relationships as they recognize that any number can be decomposed or broken apart into groups. For example, a group of 6 cubes, if you had cubes that snapped together, they could be broken apart or decomposed into 2 different parts, such as 2 and 4. When those parts are put together to make a whole, you then have your whole 6. So also in the standard, students are using many different things to break these numbers apart. They will be using many manipulatives, many drawings, lots of other examples that I will show you in the next parts of this video. So if you would just hang out with me for just a little while, and we'll talk more about the standard. One example for concrete using real objects is to create a number bond. Here is a number bond that I simply made with construction paper, and I used Legos. If you have any kind of blocks at home, you could use Legos to show the parts of a number. Here on this number bond, I showed the parts 2 and 3, and when they come together for the whole, you have 5. Another example to show decomposition of numbers is to use cereal. If you have any cereal at home, you can also show how to break apart a number. Here I have broken apart number 6. You can see 2 and 4 and 3 and 3. Here's an example of drawing hearts to decompose the number 3. I have the parts 2 and 1 and my whole 3. You can also draw counters. Here I started the parts of 5, drawing counters and coloring in the parts as you go. So you have 5 and 0, 4 and 1, 3 and 2 so far. And finally, you could trace your child's hands, cut them out, and then the child can bend the fingers to show the parts of whatever number they're working with and show how they broke that number apart. And that would move right on into using abstract knowledge such as the symbols plus, minus, and equals. And finally, you can use abstract, meaning getting your child used to working with plus, minus, and equals. So here's an example. I titled it Friends of 6, and your child needs to understand 1 and 5, 2 and 4, 3 and 3, for example, and then move straight on into using the plus sign, which means coming together, putting together both of those parts that from that number that the child decomposed, and how those 2 parts are the same value as their whole.